You're listening to the Small and Supercharged podcast with Ria Freeman, episode 320. Well, hello there, and welcome to this week's Small and Supercharged podcast with me. It's a solo this week. It's all about what can you give, not what you can take. And I have been thinking about this a bit recently because, as you probably know, because I probably mentioned it a few hundred times, but it's going to get a lot more exciting. I've got a new book out soon, which is mega exciting, terrifying, but exciting. And I am working with my publicist and my publicity team, which is just crazy for me to say. But as you know me, I'm always looking for the kind of slightly different ways to do things. Maybe I'm just hardwired that way. And for me, it's always been collaborations. I love the idea of collaborations. I love working with people. But I believe in a true collaboration where everybody wins. So I contacted somebody, amazing lady, who we're doing something together, which is really cool. She's got a lovely community. And I said, look, I've got this book coming out. I really want to do some stuff to promote it. I want to get in front of my target audience. Your community is part of that target audience. I would love to do something with you where I could promote the book. But yes, that is my objective. And I was very open with her about that. And I said, however, I need to make sure that you and your community get masses of value out of essentially you supporting me. So this is what I'm thinking. And she was really pleased, and we've had a chat about it and it's really great. And she said, but you don't have to do the thing. I'm happy just to help you because we have got a connection and we've done a few things together. And I said, no. If we're working together, if you are helping me, I want to do something that delivers huge value for your community. That isn't about me taking, it's about me giving. And absolutely the book will be promoted because it will be, Ria Freeman, who's got this new book out, yada, yada, yada. But I want to make sure I'm giving something standalone that has got real value for you, because I want to give something for what you're giving me. And we got chatting about this a bit and how there is this kind of taking culture and how that genuinely really grates against me. I've had people contact me from out of nowhere that said, oh, can you promote this for me? No. Yeah, absolutely hard no. And annoyingly, if those people had often said, this is what I'm trying to do, this is what I kind of need, like to amplify that message, this is how I'd like to do it, and here's the value I'm giving you or your community, I'd be well up for that. But when it's all about the take, when it's all about I want this, it doesn't work. And it got me thinking a bit more today. And this is actually so much what happens with when people try and collaborate in inverted commas online. They don't want to collaborate. They basically want free promotion. They want access to something for free without giving anything back. That is not a collaboration at all, actually. That is just taking advantage of somebody. When we think about maybe sponsoring events, the event potentially wants money, brilliant. And then we look at what they're giving back for that. And actually, sometimes it can be really shockingly rubbish. So basically, it's a donation that the brand is giving. It's not a collaboration. It's not really a business partnership because nothing's coming back the other way. If we think about sponsoring people or supporting people, again, when they approach us, it's not in my opinion, this is what I speak to everybody about when they ask me my opinion on this. It shouldn't be about what I or what they want from the brand. It should be, yes, they have got that in their mind, but then they need to think, okay, well, this would really help me out. So what can I do to add value to that person? How can I give them something tangible that is going to add value to their audience? And I feel that that's really, really lost. Now, in the short term, clearly taking advantage of people is easier. You say, I want to do this. Depending on various factors, they may or may not say yes. But what you've done there is you've potentially hurt that relationship. You've definitely stunted its growth. And it isn't really a relationship. It's not the same thing. It's one person using another. And I really value relationships. I really, really value people working together, people, and that long-term relationship as well, because it is hard finding good people to connect with, to collaborate with, to work with, to speak to all sorts of things. It's hard finding those really good salt of the earth people that you will be proud to say that you work with, and they will help you. And when you find those people, do what you can to deliver value to them. So it's not just a taking situation at all. And it is a bit of a how we're going to look at it. So we're just going back to what I was kind of saying is that, and I think this is really good, whoever you are, where you're listening to this, it's fine to start from the point of what you're trying to achieve. But that isn't where it stops. That should not be where it stops if it is a collaboration. If you are paying for a straight advert for something, abso-flippin-lutely, because your part of the deal is they promote you and you pay them. So that's kind of full circle, closed loop, brilliant, perfect, crack on. But if it's not like that, then yes, you think about what you want to do. So you want to maybe get more reach, more sales, more stuff, whatever, and then think, well, what have I got, or what can I do that adds value to at least the value of what I want for that person? So as an example, the person that I'm talking about, we're going to do a live together. I can't wait. She's got an amazing, amazing social media presence. She's got an incredible community. Cannot wait. However, and she said that was fine. We can just do that. That would be great. And I said, well, why don't I do a webinar for your community about something that's going to really help them all? And they've got lots of actionables, lots of ideas that they can go away and implement as a standalone thing. And bless her, she was thrilled with it, and I'm really excited about it. It's going to be awesome. Love that. But it really makes me uncomfortable. I've had people, sliding into my DMs. I hate that. I hate that word. It just makes me feel like someone's put oil on the ground. Sliding into my DMs saying, will you promote this thing I'm doing? And if this is someone that I work with, if this is a friend, like a genuine friend who I've got a relationship with, and friendship is you're helping each other out, you do this, you do that, then I'll do an awful lot, actually. But when it is just, oh, I need you to do this thing for me, you're all right. You keep that. A while ago, on a friend basis, I had a friend who needed some help with her childcare. Now, I'll be honest, I like her kids, so it's all right. But it was a lot. But equally, I knew she needed my help, and I would do it every day of the week based on the situation. And bless her, a little while ago, I've got, the sheep. I talk about the sheep a lot. One of them was a bit sore on her foot, and the person in question grew up on a sheep farm, and her parents were farmers, and she's amazing with sheep. And she said, I can come and help you with them, because if you're not a sheep farmer, I've got two. I'm not a farmer. I've just got two opinionated small sheeps. You turn them over to check their feet. So not over like a hot dog. That's not right. But that you kind of sit them up a bit and you have their hooves in front of you. Go to YouTube. There's a video of a man doing it. His sheep is basically like a Labrador. My sheep are not like that. Mine are feisty. But there's a real knack to it, because when they're in that position, they're quite calm, but you need to obviously get them into that position quite quickly. Anyway, bless her heart, she came and spent a lot of time helping me with the sheep at the weekend, and I'm incredibly grateful to her. But again, I feel like because we'll help each other out, it's different, because both people give something. I mean, I do need to give her a bottle of something for helping with that, but there's no expectation there. And I feel like more of us need to think about that give and take, that relationship, that the work you put into it, that true collaborative nature when we think about lots and lots of different things. So I just really wanted to talk about that, because I see so many examples of people just taking and expecting and taking more. And all it does actually for the person that it's been taken from is you just feel rather depleted, fed up, and like you're just being used, because to be honest, that probably is the case. And we need to, as those people that feel used, it is so important to actually say, you know what, thanks so much for reaching out. That isn't going to work for me. All the best with your project. You don't have to say yes to everything you're asked for. And that might even help people understand a bit more about boundaries and giving. Or you could even say, thanks so much for that. I don't quite see how that supports my community, or I love what you're doing. Would you consider doing this? So you're kind of putting that to them. But often what you find when people aren't in that right kind of mindset and haven't quite understood it as well as you have, is that they don't really get it at all. So people don't necessarily ask correctly, but you can say no, or thanks but no thanks. If you are a person receiving that, do say thanks but no thanks. If it doesn't work for you and you just feel a little bit used, you can say no. And if you are the person asking for something, you know what you want to achieve, you know who's going to help you achieve it, think about what you can give versus what you want to take. And taking isn't money, it's audience, it's reach, it's eyeballs, it's time, it's energy. So think about giving that value always. And I always try and give more value than anything I'm taking. I think that's super important. Think about what you want, absolutely. Have that as a starting point in your mind, but then think about what you can give, the value you can add to them, and how it works out well for everybody concerned. That is the real magic. And that is also how you build long-term relationships. Anything you do feels more authentic and more together and more connected. And it's how really, really cool things happen as a side effect of everything that you're doing. I hope that's been useful. Bit of food for thought, either when you're trying to pitch something, when you're trying to approach somebody, or also if you're the person that gets approached all the time, you can say no. Actually, you should say no. Because every time you say yes to someone, you're basically saying no to something else, because we only have a finite amount of time. Thanks so much for listening. If you're looking for an amazing, amazing Christmas gift for a business pal, do pop over to Amazon, Google Small and Supercharged, and you can pick up my first book, which would be great, because then when the second one comes out in January, well, it's very different. It's all good though. It's all good. You love it. Thank you very much for listening. Take care, and we will catch up soon.